What's up? Feeling a little bit under the weather today. So if I look like I am like half asleep, that's why. I'm really pounding the ginger lemon tea to try and get this cold out of me as quick as possible. A couple days ago, I watched a video from a YouTuber named MacKinnon, and his channel is all about photography and making videos and how to put out awesome creative content. And in his video, he talked a little bit about some of the struggles he faces as a content creator. I thought this was pretty awesome, seeing this video from a guy who, from what I can tell, has some really awesome content and puts out really amazing, beautiful looking work on a consistent basis. He referenced this book, Steal Like an Artist, by Kleon, and he basically talked how it helped him to kind of get over some of those humps. As I'm starting to really find out that I enjoy making videos, I enjoy taking photos and kind of pursuing more creative things, there's a lot of fear and anxiety that comes along with it, I'm noticing. Whenever I'm trying to make a video or I'm filming or, trying to take a new photo or something like that, there's so many thoughts that go in my head, and like, how can I ever match up to some of these people who I see on YouTube or Instagram or places like that? And mainly, like, how do I put out original content or create awesome things without it being like a ripoff of other people's stuff? I'm glad I saw this video because it reminds me that it's okay to steal like an artist. Basically, what the book talks about is not plagiarizing content, not just copying someone directly, but when you're pursuing any new kind of field or creative field especially, you're gonna have people who are doing awesome things already, who are established in that field, and it's okay to, I guess you could say, jock their swag a little bit. You see somebody doing a cool style of video or taking photos in a certain way. It's okay to, at first, to kind of emulate what they do. Every time I read that or hear that, it's kind of a relief, and it takes a little bit of the pressure off of having to be this super original, super, creative person right off the bat. The book actually has 10 different, chapters that, as you can see here, that all kind of talk about how different ways to steal like an artist and be more creative. So the first chapter is Steal Like an Artist, and it kind of just says what I just said. Basically, is it's okay to copy at first, not directly, not plagiarizing, but to copy someone's style, to emulate them. The second chapter, which is Don't Wait Until You Know Who You Are to Get Started, is also one that inspired me a lot, because it basically said that you don't have to know how to do everything, how to be this, awesome creator before you get started. So with these videos, with taking photos or photography, like I guess you could say I'm an aspiring photographer, but I don't even have a nice camera anymore. I sold it to pay for, I don't even remember what I sold it for. I sold it a few years back, and so now I've just been taking photos on my Galaxy S7, which takes really nice photos, but it's easy to feel like, oh, how can I ever expect to take as awesome photos if I don't even have a nice camera? But what this book basically says is that you don't have to know everything. You don't have to be an expert to get started. It's only by getting started that you learn how to do all this stuff in the first place. And that's also something that MacKinnon talked about in his video, which really inspired me as well. That's it, just a really short video. I wanted to kind of share some thoughts on my mind. If you're maybe starting something new on your own and you're a little bit worried that you don't know how to do it, or you don't know if your stuff is going to be good enough, I guess just do what I'm doing, which is try. I have no idea whether or not any of my aspirations will end up how I want them to be, but I found that I'm finding a lot of pleasure in just putting myself out there, and the courage that it takes, and it's kind of like a high every time I put out a new video, every time I put a new photo on Instagram that I think I tried to edit in a cool way, even if no one likes it or whatever. It feels good to know that I'm sharing my own journey, to sharing my own attempts to do something I'm passionate about. Anyway, I'm off to try and be at least slightly productive today, even though I'm a little bit sick. So as always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.